What's cracking, everybody, and welcome to episode 257 of the Good Kraken podcast. I'm one of your hosts today, Ernell Pearson, alongside the inevitable one, Devin Brevin, the dude. What's happening, dog?
Not much, dude. Just chilling. Been a good week. Went from being fuck, I'm stressed to, yeah, I'm having a good week.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The new job's going good, all that good jazz. I'm glad to have you here, my friend. Yeah, have you gotten over your cold shit? Are you over the hill? Are you done? Where are you with that?
I want to say yes. Throughout this week, though, I've had a couple, just random coughing fits. You know what I mean? Like, I feel fine, but then all of a sudden, I'm just like, why am I choking on my mucus all of a sudden? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, but for the most part, yeah. But, dude, it took me, month and a half.
Oh, God, man.
Struggle bussing with that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm worried about. It's going to take me like a month and a half to kind of get 100% there. I'm still coughing shit up, man.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of the general consensus. There you go. Words.
Right.
Words are hard, right?
This cold's been going around to everybody, right?
Yeah, literally everyone. You know, I was thinking the other day, Renell. I got a question for you, actually.
Okay.
You ever miss me?
I do miss putting my hat up because my sun hat here. I can.
Your hat is not me.
It can be because I can button up the sides and go into safari mode, or I can go into I can do a general mode. You know what I'm saying?
So are you saying that I'm the equivalent to safari mode?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, depending on the situation, you know what I mean? Like if you're feeling adventurous, I technically I call it adventure mode when I'm when I put the buttons up. You know what I'm saying? But down, it's like leisure. It's leisure mode.
Does it really clip up?
Yeah, I have two buttons on the side. Adventure mode, boom, right there.
Yeehaw!
See,
Yeehaw.
I can do half and half. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, where's Tarzan at?
I know. Dude. Devin, we have some fun conversations we're prepared for today. And during our meeting earlier, we spent a majority of our time geeking the fuck out about Loki season 2.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We're not going to dive into it too deep, but Jesus Christ, this fucking show. This fucking show, man. And we were talking about how stoked it's making us relative to what Marvel's been doing recently. Y'all need to watch Loki season 2. Y'all
100%. Honestly, don't take IGN's ratings at face value because that show is far better than they are giving.
Far better. Far fucking better. Like this is what we needed.
Also, if anybody's concerned that Marvel's getting too comedic, I want everybody to go watch the trailer to Echo.
Ain't that fast? That's really bonkers, dude.
Kingpin is in the trailer. So is Daredevil. Go watch the fucking trailer.
Goddamn, you're gonna watch that shit, but you're also gonna watch us because today we're talking the darkness overcoming, Blizzard's newest offerings, how Miss Marvel marvels Captain Marvel in the Marvels, and much, much more, because this is the Good Kraken podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. If you're on this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea. Yuck. Oh, wow. French yark. That was very nice. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's totally fine. You can watch us record this show live right here at twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. But if you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. Devin?
Prime Gaming.
And we would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you that are listening or watching at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there.
Review.
I'm still a coffee boy, excuse me. Devin.
Yes.
We have some Capitan's orders, if you will.
Some Capitan orders.
Capitan's orders.
Capitan orders.
Guys, our last night's Splash Damage stream with me and Garrick playing the hit indie game Jusant will be up on YouTube tomorrow morning. So be patient with us. I was going to try to get it out there this morning, but your boy fell asleep. I'm tired. I'm a tired boy. I've not been feeling good, but...
How was it? How was the game?
It is fucking rad, actually. It's really, really cool. For like a quick $25 like indie experience, like me and Garrett talked about it on the stream, like how the like $20 to $40 indie game experience has been some of the best like video game like experiences we've had recently. And this
It's
game
on
is
Game Pass.
No, for sure. Like you can play it on Game Pass. I bought it because Don't Nod has yet to fail me. And I was like, fuck it, let's give it a shot, dude. This game is stellar, dude. It's super fucking sick. It's like it's like, God, how do I explain this? You're definitely climbing. You're a climby boy. You are climbing the fuck out of this fucking tower thing that you're like trying to get to the top of. But the climbing is this very sort of like extra coordinated thing where like it's sort of like this puzzling ordeal where you're climbing and you have to like use the left stick to coordinate where your hand is going to grab next, and you have to use the triggers to like grab and let go and grab and let go with like each individual hand. And so it kind of like turns into this like really cool like puzzle game that's not a puzzle game. It's just because climbing, like rock climbing, is kind of a puzzle in and of itself. It's like that. And it's a fucking lot, and it's like really, really cool. And it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful world. You're playing as a like androgynous character that is in this like world where the entire world's like ocean has like burned up. And so all that's left behind are these like sort of like desert nautical homes that were like left abandoned in this massive tower that you're trying to climb to the top of. And you got this cute little blue creature thing that's like living in a conch shell on your back, like a backpack. And it's cute. He's really cute. Yes, please play this. It's a good experience. Very, very good experience. Also, guys, please to make sure to check out our newest episode of the Shipwreck Show when you get a chance. Because this last episode was a banger. It was a banger. And the thumbnail I made for it is just as bad.
Oh my God. I need to see that.
The episode's titled How to Be the Rizzler. and your boy did the Riz face for the Riddler mask. It's fucking gold. You guys need to watch that episode. I'll tell you what, I had to make a banger for it. Anyways, Devin, could you tell the people at home what we're doing next, my friend?
Absolutely. Guys, it's time for us to head north and make sure we're all at the helm. Squawk.
I can't even do the squawk regular. I'm coffee boy. Devin, we have a couple interesting stories today.
Yeah.
One of which is going to be a bit of a bigger one that we're saving for last here. But firstly, we have some heartbreaking shit we got to go over really quick. As fans of the Destiny franchise, there's some shit to fucking talk about. So, Devin, please tell the folks at home our first story.
All right, guys. So, Bungie acknowledges a difficult week in first statement since layoffs. This article is coming from Taylor Lyles over at IGN. Following layoffs a few days ago, Bungie has published a statement about the difficult week the studio had as the developer alludes to some of its plans moving forward. Quote, This has been one of the most difficult weeks in our studio's history, as we've parted ways with people we respect and admire. The blog post begins addressing the layoffs that affected roughly 100 employees. We've spent this week supporting one another, including those who are at the studio, as well as friends and colleagues who no longer are. End quote. The team also acknowledged that it has lost a lot of its fans' trust. No shit. Noting that it recognizes the concerns and feedback players have shared regarding Destiny 2 and the mixed reception to the Lightfall expansion. I haven't even finished it.
Goddamn, same.
Yeah. Quote, "We know we have lost a lot of your trust," Bungie wrote. "Destiny needs to surprise and delight. We haven't done this enough, and that's going to change." End quote. The blog post comes following an IGN report earlier this week where employees told us that Destiny 2 player sentiment was at an all-time low, with employees flagging multiple times to leadership that critical changes were to be made to win players back. Bungie CEO Pete Parsons told employees that the layoffs were due to Destiny 2's underperformance over the last year, as well as the lower than expected reorders for the Final Shape expansion. In an internal town hall meeting, IGN learned that Parsons told remaining employees that it had to be kept, quote, "the right people," end quote, to continue developing post-launch content for Destiny 2. IGN also previously confirmed that the Final Shape has been delayed to June 2024, while Marathon has been internally delayed to 2025. Today's blog post does not acknowledge either. The Final Shape was previously set for February 27th, 2024. I didn't even know that till just now, honestly. The blog post, meanwhile, notes that Bungie's path forward is clear, pledging to make the Final Shape expansion an unforgettable experience. The Final Shape was revealed this past August and will be the final expansion in Destiny 2's Light and Darkness saga. Quote, "We are intensely focused on exceeding your expectations for the Final Shape," Bungie explained. Destiny 2 has more than 650 dedicated teammates pouring all their energy and expertise into delivering this epic moment and its subsequent episodes. End quote.
Man, God, fuck, dude. Okay, so Bungie did a massive layoff of a lot of developers. Quoted saying, "We kept the right people," and it's been a fucking mess. It's been a fucking mess, Devin. Including the layoffs included one wonderful human being, Leanna Ruppert, who was the community manager for Destiny slash Bungie, a longtime beloved person, and many, many, many others.
They laid off Michael Salvatore, who has been with Bungie since Halo 1 as a composer.
Yeah.
Why do you lay off a decorated composer who has been successful and done their job? You want to know why? So, what came out in some Sony earnings reports is Bungie was actually at a $300 million deficit. So these layoffs were done in ways to try and get rid of people who had higher salaries within the company. They did this to try and get rid of the deficit. And this was a from what I've seen in a lot of other articles from like Forbes, from Game Informer, and Polygon, and a lot of other areas, is this was a calculated layoff to reap money back from that deficit.
Yeah. Which fucking sucks so bad. This fucking sucks so bad, dude. Devin, what I want to ask you starting out, my friend, is the layoffs happened to pad this deficit that Bungie was in. Do you still have hope for the final shape?
Dude, I spent $100 and some odd on fucking Lightfall,
Yeah.
and I didn't even play it. I mean, I recently kind of started playing again, but like they've never changed enough with that game. I feel like with major expansions, they should have introduced like new races. We've never got a new race to play as ever in the game, which I feel like in an MMO shooter that has multiple races, especially, you know, like spoiler alert, I don't care anymore. There are Kel and you know, the Fallen and freaking why am I forgetting the name? Cabal that are characters in the game that are good now.
Yes.
Why can't I make a Kel character? Why can't I make a, you know what I'm saying?
And two games and many years later, and we still haven't gotten a new race to create.
Yeah, Destiny has been going for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
Like altogether.
Yeah.
And like even with the latest expansion, they introduce a whole other race of humanoid people who have abilities and powers. But you can't play as one of them either.
Yeah.
You know?
And obviously this is just like one of the many issues we have with Destiny 2 right now, cuz like we're dear fans of Destiny 2. I know that like we were in it to fucking win it for a hot minute, man. And it's disappointing to see that not only did they just ignore all of our like input as players of this game, but they also doubled down and fired like everyone that had to do with this fucking game pretty much. Like based on what I had seen, they're down to like 200 people. 200.
No, they have 650 people in their studio still. They
Was it
fired
650?
100.
Okay.
They fired 100 employees.
Oh god, dude.
So
that's still a fucking lot, man. That's still so much.
Base salary at Bungie is 6 figures. So like, you know, you do the 100 times 100,000, 100,000, right? Just for the like lowest. Some of these people were making way more than that.
Yeah.
But like, that's $10 million.
Right.
Some of those people are probably, you know, making 200 and something thousand.
I know that fucking
300.
composer was making more.
Oh, he was
You know,
probably
like-
he was probably close to $500,000 by himself.
It's heartbreaking because like we wanted Destiny 2 to become something more, right? Like we wanted this since I don't know, pretty much Destiny 2 fucking came out. Basically, I mean, like we got some pretty rad expansions, and we wanted to see them build upon that and continue to roll out new stories, new stuff, make things crazier and crazier and crazier. And it seemed like that was a potential direction that they were wanting to go, but we're getting stopped every step along the way. And as we can see here, they talk about here, and it has been talked about on Twitter a lot, is that these developers were clamoring, telling management, like, we need change. We need change here to get this game back to where the players want it to be. And the management was like, okay, bye. There's your change. There's your change, guys. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So do you think that they have any way, shape, or form of recovering from this?
It depends. I'm gonna be honest. I can't fathom the type of changes they can make to recover and build trust. Not saying that they can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, as a very long-standing player of Destiny, I've probably spent close to $800+ maybe more on this game.
Yeah.
to be fair,
Same.
probably close to $1,000 at this point when you consider all the DLCs, like multiple consoles. You know, this was a game I was really into. It used to be used to be my game that I played, and like Ernell, no, I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, guys. Whoever's listening, watching, whatever, like, like the Crucible, the PvP, I used to own that shit. I'd go like 22-0 and stuff in that game all the time.
Yeah.
But this was my fucking game, and the last couple years, I I'll play it here and there, but it'll be for like a couple weeks at a time, and it's only because I'm playing with friends. That's it. I never like play that game by myself. The interesting part is what I want to see is where these decorated developers and content creators who worked for Bungie are going to go to next. You know, we do know Bungie is up in the Seattle area. That's where their studio is located. Um, we also know that there's been a lot of restructuring at a lot of studios in that area too. I wouldn't be surprised if a developer like 343 reaches out to some of these people, you know, or anything like that. There's also a bunch of studios up in the Vancouver, BC area, which is not far away from there either.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this is a darkest before the dawn type of situation for some of these very talented developers and creators, and I hope we see them work on something that we can all really appreciate, within the coming years.
Do you see that being Destiny 3, or do you see them just pivoting onto Marathon for a while?
Well, I was talking about the devs specifically who no longer are with Bungie.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I misunderstood what you were saying.
Yeah, and like I said, there's like 343, for instance, they're also in the same area,
Yeah.
and we know that there is some restructuring going on. And if I was to think about it, like studio wise, and this has nothing to do with Microsoft, this has to do with what these devs are used to creating and working on, and the concept of ideas that they have, and the talent they have. That could be the next step for Halo, for what Halo wants to do, or whatever game they want to work on that's not Halo, right?
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, this could be a darkest before the dawn for them before we get something really good, because we all know that a lot of very creative minds like to work harder in spite of things that happen to them.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What do you see in the future for Destiny and Bungie now?
I think a way to gain trust, an honest way for them to gain trust, is to make a lot of the previous content available to players.
Sure, I mean, like, that's what we want, right? That's what we want.
I don't mean just available. I mean turn that into free to play content.
For sure. Like, we do
Yeah.
want that. Like, that's
And-
do you see them doing that, though?
And to make the next expansion feel worth it, they need to make it feel more cinematic. Remember the very beginning of the game? Remember how cinematic that felt when we were playing Destiny 2 when it came out?
Right.
I feel like they need to kind of reel it back and make it more of a cinematic story experience.
For sure. Absolutely. 100%. Do you see them doing that?
It's kind of like a 50-50 situation. You know what I mean? The biggest thing is management needs to figure out a way to listen to their developers more concisely and more clearly on what the developers are suggesting off of what the devs are learning from the community's needs and wants of a game, right? Because if you don't have a community for a game like this, you don't have a game.
Right.
Straight up. So I don't know. It's just hard to say. I've been very disappointed with Destiny over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see where they can go from here. Marathon I'm uninterested in it, especially for the type of game they're talking about. It's pretty much just an extraction shooter.
Oh, I mean,
So-
and you're not the only one. There's apparently they did play testing for this game with like 30 like streamers, like different like gaming like video content creators. And they asked them like, do you see yourself playing Marathon when it comes out? And none of them rose their hands.
Yeah.
So like it's interesting because Destiny 2 is Bungie's moneymaker right now, obviously. And I mean, obviously not enough as we went over the numbers earlier. It's God, man, like I fucking hate this. I hate this because I wish, like we talked about it before, right? Like I was asking you guys, like, do you plan on jumping into the final shape, right? Because this is our last hoorah in Destiny, and now I don't even fucking feel okay doing that. Like now I'm just kind of like, do I even care enough about the end of this story to like go back into this and give them my money for it to like potentially just be a big fucking flop? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to see more. I need to see more effort. That's it. I need to see more of the final shape, and I need to see more effort behind that before I can give an answer that could end with a yes. You know?
For sure. Totally understandable. Totally understandable, my friend. Well, Devin, on some brighter news, the other day we had BlizzCon 2023 dropped, and as we know, Blizzard is now getting big old spankings from Microsoft here because they now are owned by Microsoft, and that means we're okay with kind of talking a little bit of Blizzard content for you guys. So BlizzCon happened the other day, and we have a big old compiled list of all the announcements from BlizzCon 2023 accumulated by our good old Adam Bankhurst over at IGN. We're going to start on the bottom of the page here, Devin. I have a link on the show notes. And firstly, we have Warcraft Rumble got a launch cinematic and launch gameplay trailer. And this game was actually not supposed to come out yet. But it is apparently getting put onto the front hold. So that's going to be coming out. After that initial gameplay trailer, Phil Spencer came out and made a surprise appearance at BlizzCon 2023's opening ceremony, where he got a chance to talk a little bit about Blizzard's history and their relationship with Xbox, and how Diablos and StarCraft sort of span things off into the world, but also talked about World of Warcraft and what that meant going forward. So right after that, we got Diablo tabletop RPG.
That is announced. So sick. That is actually fucking cool.
Genius. It's goddamn genius, dude. Yeah. Glass Cannon Unplugged, and along with Blizzard Entertainment and Genuine Entertainment announcing this, the core book will launch. Oh, hi, Amos. The core book will launch in fall 2024, and the Diablo tabletop RPG will launch via pre-order campaign on Kickstarter. That's fucking interesting. A Kickstarter campaign for Blizzard to do that. That was the odd part.
I'm not okay with that simply because they got Microsoft money now.
Like why the fuck are y'all kickstarting this shit? That's fucking weird. Anyways, it's gonna be fucking dope when it comes out. It's gonna be fucking dope as shit. But then we gotta look at Hearthstone's next major expansion, being a showdown in the Badlands. Where they talk a little bit about the story taking place in Azeroth, Wild West, and the new expansion is a Western spin. It will also serve as an origin story for Hearthstone's Reno Jackson and Elise Starseeker. So we'll get a chance to see that on November 14th. That will be dropping. Let's see here, and then next we got to look at Overwatch 2's, next hero, being Mauga, the game's first Samoan hero. So we got what was once a skin, I believe, of another character. We now got an island boy in here, and he looks fucking dope. People were going fucking crazy over this guy being in the goddamn game again. But yes, big character, big boy, big incendiary chain guns. He looks fucking dope, and the online art world went fucking crazy over the weekend. I'll tell you what. I didn't even think I saw him and I was like, I want to see his dick. And I went to Twitter and I was able to see his dick. because some Twitter artist made it happen, and that's why I love the internet.
Fucking weird.
World of Warcraft Classic is adding the Cataclysm expansion. Holy shit, that's actually a big deal. Classic fans will soon be treated to the Cataclysm expansion, and they will be able to revisit the adventure that was a revamp to Azeroth and transformed entire regions and made old questlines and stories unplayable. Cataclysm was also where the giant dragon Deathwing flew in the sky and rained fire down upon players. The Worgen and Goblins were added as playable races, and archaeology was introduced. It was also announced that Classic Season of Discovery will begin on November 30th, which is described as vanilla World of Warcraft with a twist. It will let players create new characters and bring them up to a level cap of 25 while discovering class-altering abilities. This will let players become tanking, warlocks, mage healers, and more. So if you were not a World of Warcraft player back in the day, you now have an opportunity to jump back in and not be completely fucking lost in everything that's going on. Spoiler warning, you will get lost in everything that's going on. So just keep that in mind. If you plan on jumping back into World of Warcraft, there's a lot. There's a fucking lot. And even better, there's going to be even more. Blizzard announcing the next 3 expansions in the World of Warcraft. The World Soul Saga is what they're calling them. Blizzard has announced a World Soul Saga, a larger narrative that will contain the next 3 expansions for World of Warcraft. These expansions will be called The War Within and will be released in 2024. And so they talked about 3 different expansions that they were going to be doing that all had dope-ass names. The second one, I'm trying to see if I can get through here. Let's see here. The second expansion is called Midnight, and the third expansion is called The Last Titan. And all those are going to be dope as fuck. I'm like almost considering playing again. Almost. I probably won't, but almost. And then next, we got to look at Diablo 4's first expansion being called Vessel of Hatred. We'll create a brand new, never before seen class. Didn't really see much more than that, but we did learn that it will take place in Diablo 2's region, Nahantu, and will concern the fate of Mephisto and his plans for Sanctuary. Devin, you're going to say something?
This is what's going to bring me back into Diablo.
I sure fucking hope they make enough changes to make that worth it, because
I've been told that with the latest season after what we just had, they fixed a lot of the stuff. I've been told that from quite a few players.
I sure fucking hope, man, because this whole fucking pay to win bullshit is just insane. This is it's just fucking insane, the kind of shit they were doing there. But that was our biggest announcement from BlizzCon 2023. Like I said, I'm hoping that they get those things turned around and changed around so we can get a better Diablo experience. You haven't played at all since that last time you picked up. I think it was like a week after the game came out, something like that.
No, I beat the whole game. I played it a lot.
No, I'm saying you haven't played since then.
I haven't played since they changed everything. Yeah.
That's
like
right.
that first time. That's what, because I played it for like a lot.
Yeah,
because I had a lot of friends.
Update. That's right.
Yeah. Once they changed everything and made all the builds that I made for multiple characters just obsolete. Yeah. That's when I stopped playing, because I was like, why did I just spend all this time like getting these pieces of armors, these trinkets, these weapons, you know,
creating your build, generally speaking. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to have it be worthless. So.
Yeah, well, sounds like a skill issue.
You're the last one to talk to me about skill issues.
It wasn't. They just fucking nerfed 3 of the classes. Jesus Christ. But yes, so BlizzCon was popping the fuck off this year. It was a good time. I have a couple friends that are actually at BlizzCon this weekend, and I am very excited to see what Blizzard is going to do, especially now since they're owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens at the next BlizzCon, because I feel like that's when
dude.
Yeah, I feel like that's when we're gonna get some cool announcements. I'm interested to see if we are going to get any like crossover of these PC centric games to console now as well. Also, I'm waiting for that Activision Blizzard Game Pass drop. You know it's coming.
I
You
know,
know it's
dude. I know,
coming.
dude.
Phil said
If we get
it
to play World of Warcraft for free on Xbox, dude, could you imagine?
at the very least discounted. At the very
At
least.
the very least, like,
What I there was it wasn't kind of funny, but it was the official Xbox podcast. Phil Spencer went on it
yes,
and he was talking about, he's like, we had a plan for games we wanted to bring to Game Pass, but we couldn't work on that plan because of all the court cases and stuff that they had to work through to
right,
make this purchase.
right.
So he said that we were going to see games start coming to Game Pass early 2024. So he was talking about a huge back catalog, and a lot of people are like, StarCraft on console.
Dude, if I get to play
StarCraft?
StarCraft 2 on fucking Xbox, bro, oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god, man.
That would take a lot of work to make that game work on a controller, though.
Nah, fuck, we can make it happen. We can make it fucking work. You know what I'm saying? They made The Sims work on fucking controller. They can make this work.
I mean, there is Halo Wars. That's pretty close to StarCraft.
Exactly.
I played the shit out of Halo Wars too. Like, good game.
Man,
Good game.
goddamn, I love those games. Goddamn, I love those games. I love video games in general, Devin, but I
it's a good
also
game.
love one other thing, my friend, and that is Marvel, my friend. Tell the people at home what we're doing next, dude.
Well, it's time for you to protect your fucking neck. Because we're heading to the gallows.
Kind of fucking cut it out, my friend. Devin, today, we are putting our tinfoil hats on because The Marvels comes out next week, my friend. The Marvels comes out next fucking week. Next Thursday night, technically.
We got our tickets.
We got our tickets. We're locked and fucking loaded, baby. We also have Loki, the finale for season 2 coming around the corner. Lots of cool Marvel shit.
Right before the Marvels
comes out. So
Crazy.
There's lots of wild shit that could potentially be happening in Marvel right now. Today, what we're talking is our predictions of what happens in the Marvels and what that means in the greater MCU. Now, we're letting the fucking shit fly. You know what I'm saying? We're just letting the shit hit the fan. Whatever predictions you think reasonably will be in the Marvels, let's talk about it today, my friend. So Devin, we can just kind of go back and forth with some tinfoil ourselves. We can just pass the hat back and forth, if you will. Devin, give me a prediction you have for the Marvels, my friend.
Ooh, a prediction for the Marvels. So we know that Kamala Khan's going to be in this. We know that she is the very first superhero within the MCU that they have stated is a mutant. They have full on said she is a mutant.
She is a mutant, yes. 100%.
And they even played the X-Men classic 97 theme for like 3 seconds when they said that too. I don't know who it is. I think we are going to see someone who is related to the X-Men franchise in this movie.
Oh, really?
Yes, especially with how much news has been circulating about all of the cast pretty much of the original X-Men, Fox X-Men movies is back for Deadpool 3. You know, we got confirmation that Ian McKellen is reprising his role. We got confirmation of Halle Berry reprising her role. I mean, we got Hugh Jackman coming back as fucking Logan. You know, like, I think there's a possibility we could see someone or something related to X-Men in this. And it could be one of the B characters. It could be an A-tier character. We have no idea. I have no idea who it could be. But we have already got an X-Men hint in Miss Marvel.
Okay. I mean, you think they dive right into their shits with in consideration of mutants, then, huh?
So what we do know about this movie, there's an incursion happening throughout the movie. There you go. This is two different multiverses colliding in this movie.
Yes.
And so that makes adequate sense to me.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. I can see it. I can see it. I think that's reasonable. I think. I'm trying to think of which one of my predictions that I was thinking about. I actually want to say with confidence on record. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Star Fox shows up.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since Eternals. Now, my question with that, do you think he is accompanied by any of the Eternals? Because I mean, the post credit scene that we saw in Eternals was him on their ship,
Right.
with them.
Right. Well, I mean, the Eternals. Yeah, I mean, like, but based on where the Eternals lands in the timeline of things, right? Mm-hmm. There's still some gap in the story here that could explain him, being away from them for X amount of time, for whatever it is, even after he is with them at the end of the Eternals. This could be a thing where it, like, and trust me, I'm not saying he's going to be in the whole fucking movie. I think that it could just be a quick thing near the end of the movie. You know what I mean?
So, with what we were talking about earlier, this would make a lot of sense, actually.
Because the thing we were, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Which I'll get into that one next.
Because what if it wasn't that? What if it was this? You know what I mean? And this is kind of what they were sort of leaning into in terms of that being a conversation. Because it could be like, oh, that happens because of a flashback or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that
could be
the case, or incursion.
Or incursion. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's for me, it's kind of hard to have this conversation because I don't see this movie doing a whole lot. Like I do see it doing a bit. I don't see it being crazy. So I'm trying to temper my expectations here when it comes to prediction stuff. You know what I mean?
Same. I'm having a hard time with it because, like, it seems like previous phases, it was kind of a little easier to come up with some predictions and stuff like that. But with us being in the multiverse saga, there's a whole slew of possibilities of crazy things that they could do. And
Right.
it's one of those things is like, are they actually going to do it though?
Exactly. And see, that's the thing is like, there's a slew of shit they could do and they just haven't fucking done any of it yet.
Yeah.
Like,
and the tinfoil hats, guys.
Yes.
Tinfoil
Yeah.
hats.
Yes, of course.
Tinfoil.
Of course.
Just as a reminder here. If with the incursion happening, with us watching What If and seeing the ways that things have happened in What If, right? And that being canon to the multiverse. If Star Fox shows up, and with some of the rumors that we've been seeing circulating, do you think there is a possibility that we may get Thanos again? I just think that character was done so well that it would be a waste to not have him again in some point, even if it's for like, like I could see like the incursion happening and somehow he slips through it, but not as like a war, like where he's bringing a war, like a big war, like he did in Endgame. But I will say, what if they slip through multiverses? We could get a point where Captain Marvel, we finally get that fight for a bit, like an actual fight of Thanos and Captain Marvel, because we did not get that at all in Endgame.
Yeah, I think that's giving it a lot of wishful thinking.
I agree.
If they do have Thanos, let's entertain that thought, right? If they do, I think it's literally just a flashback, or it's literally just a oh, like
Or
Thanos was here and they show him doing the thing that we saw in another movie from a different angle. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't
Or
think.
like it could be slipping through multiverses at the same time
And
kind of
he's
deal. And he's
right.
present in that multiverse they slip through.
I can't see one. I can't see them utilizing Thanos as a plot device for this movie.
I don't see it as a plot device specifically.
Sure.
I see it as a point of contention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Another
like
obstacle.
like a multiversal thing. Because
Yeah.
like if we're gonna be real here, Captain Marvel can wipe the floor with Thanos if he doesn't have all the Infinity Stones, right? Like,
Or for sure,
you know. But again, the big tinfoil hat on that, and that's probably going to be my craziest thing that I'm going to say. And I only say that could be more likely in a sense because of the inclusion of Star Fox, if that does happen, because they are actually brothers.
They are brothers. Yes, that is
Yep.
correct. I also want to say secondary thought on it. I really don't want them to do that. Because like you said, like Thanos is such a good character. I'm in opposition to what you're saying. I think they don't need to fucking touch him anymore. Like I think he's good. Like we're good there. Like where he ended things and where we ended off with Thanos is 100% fucking fine with me. The same argument that I have with like Tony Stark, because like people have been entertaining the idea of them potentially reviving fucking Iron Man, and I say fuck that. Leave him fucking dead. We got everything we needed out of Tony Stark in the MCU. If we do bring him back for any whatsoever fucking reason, it's for one thing, and that is to help with some shit that has to do with some fucking thing. And
Secret Wars.
yeah.
That's the Secret Wars is probably the only thing, like Battle World, Secret Wars, like the combination of those two things is probably the only thing that would make the most sense to really bring back any characters at that level, right?
Right.
Because if you are listening to this and you don't know what the general line of the comics is, the Secret Wars is the end of time, space, the universe, the multiverse as you know it, and it is everything smashed together into one world that is called Battle World. It is the essence of the multiverse.
Right.
Which means that they can have, and in the comics, they have characters from all of time and space at different points in that area. So that is the only thing that can make logical sense to me to bring back a character like that.
For sure. Yeah. No, 100% within reason. Jesus, someone's revving it outside my apartment. Jesus Christ.
I just heard that's a plane.
Oh, that is a plane. Yeah, that is a plane.
We live very close to each other now.
We do. I know, man. Jesus Christ.
You wanna get some lunch after this?
I have plans with Maryland where she has some stuff that she has to help her with. But we will get lunch soon, my friend. We will get fucking lunch soon because I'm feeling that dues date. That me and Josh here in chat, good old Shady Games.
I haven't been there yet.
Exactly. Like you need to get some fucking dues in your life, dog. You need to get some dues in your life. Shady, fucking tell them. So what's up with dues, motherfucker? That's what I'm saying. Dog. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. You need to let dues fucking change your life.
I introduced you guys to PDX sliders.
Goddamn, did you? Goddamn,
you gotta take me somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Let's fucking go.
All right, let's reel it back in. Let's get
back in here. So what I want to point out here really quick before I toss it back for another prediction for you, our cast for this movie includes a couple interesting people here, because not only do we have Carol Danvers and Nick Fury, Maria Rambeau, and Monica Rambeau. You can see that probably doesn't work with some flashbacks there. We also have Yon-Rogg, the bad guy, the baddie from Captain Marvel. We also have Ben Mendelsohn playing as Talos, who has some things happen in Secret Wars. Or not Secret Wars, Secret Invasion. We got Jimmy Woo coming back for this fucking movie. Let's go. Let's fucking go. You know what I'm saying? But we also have Kobe Smulders is in the casting for this movie.
Is this
I think it's
before?
pre-Secret Invasion.
I thought Secret Invasion was supposed to be Samuel L. Jackson getting back into the seat.
That's what I mean. I think this is potentially him still up with Sword before what happens in Secret Invasion that causes him to come back down again. I think that this movie plays into why he came back down for Secret Invasion. Timeline wise. Now, with that said, my friend, I kick it back to you. Do you have another prediction for the Marvels?
I think we might get an introduction of Nova.
Yeah. Oh, that's real cool. You think they introduce another character?
This would be a new character, though.
That's what I mean. You think they introduce another person?
I think it's needed, right? I think we need some excitement. Like, we need a new character. And when I was talking about a X-Men, related thing, I was talking about, somebody we've already seen before in some capacity, right?
Right.
Don't know who, don't know what, but we got that connection with all that, right?
Yeah.
We need someone new that is going to excite the Marvel fan base. We need that oh shit moment, right?
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yes.
And when I think about Captain Marvel and space and the Kree and incursions, what better than to introduce a character that's homeworld was already destroyed and has already been having contention with the Kree.
Okay. So Nova getting introduced to the MCU.
Yep.
I like that.
And this is going to be like powered up Nova knows how to fuck shit up, right?
Yeah. Right.
And then after the fact, I think we get an announcement of a special presentation on how Nova became Nova. Not a whole series, not their own movie, but a special presentation like Werewolf by Night, an hour-long thing.
Do you see that still happening in tandem with the potential X-Men reveal you're predicting? Or do you see one of these two happening?
The X-Men thing, I think, is going to be a quick thing. I think it's going to be kind of like almost Easter eggy. Like Multiverse of Madness, how he goes through the all the different verses, and then we got Mephisto World in that.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider Mephisto World. I think it's going to be kind of close to that, kind of a quick thing, or like how you get Doctor Strange in Thor Ragnarok, how it's only for 3 or 5 minutes, something like that. I think that the X-Men thing's going to be on that level, but I think the Nova thing's going to be more on that introduction of new character level, where there's something going on and he's involved with that thing that's going on.
Do you see him as a post-credit scene, or?
I think there's going to be something bigger for the post-credit scene.
Okay,
it's going to vary. And I think where my head's at with that one.
Sure. Well, I'll come back. I'll come back to you for your next prediction. On that. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I actually want to kind of play on your X-Men thing for my next prediction. I think post-credit scene. I think we get two. We get a mid-credit and a post-credit. I think the mid-credit is dope as fuck. I don't know what it'll be, but I think it'll be super fucking sick, because this movie will actually be not very sick at all. I think that the mid-credit scene will be dope as fuck for the MCU, and I think the post-credit scene will be another slightly comical one, but will also be dope, because I think Kamala comes across Wolverine.
Oh, you think Kamala meets Logan?
I think Kamala meets Logan.
Of all people, you think Kamala meets Logan?
I think that's how they kind of play into the Deadpool thing. I think that's how they do it.
I don't want that. I would rather have a banter between Nick Fury and Logan.
Okay. I can
But
see.
also at the same time, well, actually, no, that makes sense. Deadpool and Logan are from the same universe.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
But,
I can also see them like in my brain I see a ordeal where like Kamala Khan is now an Avenger, right? She's an Avenger, and hold on, I got you. Just give me a second. I can see a thing where Kamala and Spectrum and Captain Marvel.
No, she's officially Photon.
Photon, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Photon, yeah, excuse me, I got the names mixed up. They're recruiting now. They need more help. And I see them playing off of the infamous post-credit scene of Logan saying, fuck off.
That wasn't a post-credit scene. That was in the middle of X-Men
Days of Future Past.
No, it wasn't
No,
Days
it
of
wasn't.
Future. No, it's First Class. It was First Class.
First Class, okay, yeah. It wasn't in the middle, was it?
Yeah, it was in the middle. It was when they were recruiting.
It was in the middle, yeah. You're right. It was in the middle.
But I don't think it's Kamala Khan.
Okay.
What if it is a flashback post-credit scene of Nick Fury when he's doing the Avengers Initiative?
And he tries to recruit Logan too.
Off.
Yeah, dude, that would be great, man. That would be great. I'd be down for that too. Either way, I do kind of see them playing off of the X-Men thing, like you said, in some kind of way, shape, or form. I would like it to be this way, something involving Logan, right? Like that would be really, really fucking cool.
Just to give the hype to everybody.
Yeah. Like, hey, like we know now that he's in Deadpool. We all fucking know it. There's no reason to be fucking bashful about it. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Devin, let's do one more prediction each, my friend. Let's do one more prediction each. What do you got for your final big prediction that you want to do?
So remember how we were talking about how the post-credit scene is going to be a big oh fuck moment?
Yeah.
Galactus.
Oh, they do it in Miss Marvel, you think? Or with Miss Marvel. Oh wow.
It doesn't have to show them interacting at all. It can just be the official cinematic introduction. They did the same thing with Thanos, remember? He wasn't with any characters.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if it's confirmation, but all the insiders, all the rumors, everything is pointing to Antonio Banderas
As
being
Galactus. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Hello. I am Galactus. I am Galactus.
I am here to devour the world. I need to harness its energy.
I shall eat your planet.
I shall eat it.
I will eat
I shall
your planet.
consume it. I will go.
Okay, so you see a Galactus introduction. What do you picture
and
this
the Herald.
to be?
Galactus speaking to its Herald and also Ashram, the judge, sending Galactus.
Right. Yeah, because that I could picture a little bit more of is Ashram being like, it's time to eat, and he's like, I shall eat. Like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
That would make more sense if we got a Star Fox crossover in this movie too at the same time, because that would help tie things to the Eternals. Was also, it's not Ashram, it's Erisham. Yeah,
Erisham. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I corrected myself too. But I could see the that being the big oh fuck moment, right? Because they haven't touched on anything yet since that movie that relates to the Celestials, besides us seeing a couple of them in Thor: Love and Thunder, right? Very briefly when they're leaving Olympus, remember?
Okay.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
I think that could be the big oh shit moment that we're looking for, is Erisham sending Galactus to Earth, because he did say that the planet is due for judgment at the end
right.
of Eternals.
Right. My final prediction, Devin, is actually going to be really weird here. My final prediction is that none of this shit happens.
That's not a prediction.
That's
a statement.
I think. I think.
I hate that.
I know
Be
you
more
do. I
creative.
know that's not. It's not. I know it's not. Here's the deal. I think that this movie just keeps it safe, and like realistically speaking, I think this movie just keeps it safe. We get a cool little, mutants X-Men Easter egg thing. And then the post-credit scene is something involving Hulk and his son. That's what I like. Honestly, like in like deep down, that's what I think. Because we have so much shit going on in the MCU right now. And this movie is kind of like the tail end of this stuff that they've sort of been tinkering around with. I mean, for God's sakes, we're fighting the fucking Kree again. Like we're doing it again. It's another fucking Kree.
Third time.
Yeah, like this is the same fucking thing again. I think that this movie is not going to be very, very adventurous. I would like the things that we talked about to happen. But I just really wholeheartedly feel like our movie's just gonna be the movie. Our mid-credit scene is gonna be something involving some shit with Hulk and Axe, and the post-credit scene is gonna be something involving Nick Fury having something to do with the fucking Kree again.
Ooh. I think a post-credit scene might be the new Avengers initiative.
You think they do that in this? The like Young Avengers initiative?
Just that way there is a team established for Captain America.
I see. Like, do you feel like Miss Marvel is kind of the last key to like the Young Avengers?
I think so. We've had a lot of I don't think the Young Avengers team is going to be as big as things are, because Billy and Tommy are too fucking young and non-existent in this universe.
Right.
But I see Kamala. I see oh my god, how am I forgetting her name?
Well, there's now
Kate.
Yeah.
Kate.
Yeah.
Stature.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is there? Oh, Ironheart.
Yeah. Kate
Oh,
was. Which one was Kate again? Why am I having a brain fart right now?
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Yeah.
Kate Bishop. Do you like hot sauce and macaroni?
Because we also have Axe.
So that would be 5.
And then
and Patriot.
Patriot, yes.
But I don't think we get Patriot till the Captain America 4.
Do we also count Thor's daughter?
Love?
Yeah.
I don't think she comes around yet.
Okay. So you see another generation of Avengers, maybe.
I think she's going to join them at a later date.
Okay.
Just like
Thor.
How kind of Thor was,
Baby Avengers.
Thor didn't join the Avengers until the Avengers movie.
Correct. Right. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I know.
But there is one. There's Kid Loki.
You think he gets out of there? You think he's doing his thing? Like,
dude, the universe collapses. The multiverse collapses.
Yeah, I know it does. Yeah, you're right.
Just saying.
Yeah,
Everything was reset. Everything was reset.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard shit. Well, Devin, I'm excited to see the Marvels with you next week, my friend. It's gonna be real interesting to see what Marvel decides to do with the Marvels as we get into it. So next Friday, we're gonna be in the nitty gritty, and next Saturday we'll be doing our review, and it's gonna be a real interesting conversation. Real interesting because
Are you excited?
I have hope. I really don't think this movie is gonna be like amazing in any way, shape, or form. Like they've been keeping it very, 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 very fucking safe for like 4 fucking movies now, and one of those movies shouldn't have been safe at all, and they still kept it fucking safe.
Quantumania.
Yeah. And they still fucking found a way to just be safe about things. So I don't know.
That movie had so much potential. I thought that movie had good build up for a lot of the parts.
Yeah.
I did, but like the introduction of Kang in that movie and the build up to what he is, that was cool as fuck.
It was dope as shit. It was dope as shit. It's just the last act of the movie was just not what I wanted it to be. You know, like I don't think it was what anyone really wanted it to be.
The MODOK death was perfect.
That was pretty good. That show was pretty good. It's just like we're talking about Kang now, man. It's Kang. Like Kang's involved. He's directly here now, and he got worked by Ant-Man.
Do you think Kang shows up in this movie?
See, that's a bigger question, right? Does another Kang variant pop up? No, I don't. Okay. I don't see it.
I'm in the same boat, but
Yeah.
the right thing to do would be to have Kang in.
Yes, 100%. That would be the right
and
thing.
that's what we thought was going to happen, right? We thought moving forward after the introduction of He Who Remains, and what
we'd
happened
see him in
at the end of
everything.
Loki,
Right.
which is the right way they should have done it.
He should have been in fucking everything. In like every single show and movie since Loki season 1, he should have had some moment or in a way or another.
It makes sense for him to not be in Hawkeye, I think, because that's such a grounded thing,
Sure.
you know. But like anything big, like dude, Spider-Man, No Way Home. Imagine if he was
should
in
have
there.
been fucking Spidey. He should have been Doctor Strange. He should there's so many of them.
Even if it's only for a little bit, right?
Just for a quick second. Like he's literally just a person walking by for all I fucking care. Like that. He should be having Easter eggs like fucking crazy.
We forgot about America Chavez.
Yeah. I don't know, man. See that's a tough
She
part.
can travel the multiverse whenever she wants.
That's a tough part. Is that they keep introducing all these characters, and then we don't see them again for like a really long fucking time at all, if even at all yet. Like we have like 8 new characters that like they've yet to have come back into something else. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be what they do in any capacity in this movie of all the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're fighting the Kree for the third fucking time.
I'll be honest. I'm very looking forward to Echo now. Very, very much so.
I am.
I don't think we get the next great Marvel movie until Captain America.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement, honestly. Which sucks. Which really, really sucks.
It sucks, but like at the same time, we got like Red Hulk. You know, we got the Serpents. Like like I'm ecstatic to see where they go from there. Unfortunately, Isaiah is probably going to pass away in that movie, and it's going to be sad as shit.
Yeah.
But then we're going to see the rise of Patriot, which I'm really excited for because they did great casting for Patriot, in my opinion. But I heard that She-Hulk is supposed to be in that movie too. So Which, I mean, how the fuck do you fight Red Hulk without that?
Without She-Hulk,
something.
yeah, I don't know for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
I mean,
and
Captain America couldn't fight regular Hulk.
yeah, I
You
know,
know what I
right?
mean?
Yeah, let alone a Red Hulk, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure,
So,
man. Jesus,
especially this Captain America. He's just Falcon with some stars and stripes and a shield.
Yeah, man, no, for sure. Well, Devin, we will look into it next weekend. I'm excited to talk with you about it next weekend after we go and see it. And speaking of which, we have our schedule for next week. Where on Tuesday, we have another Good Kraken podcast. We're going to be talking about the problem with Call of Duty right now. Because this campaign is leaving a big sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. So let's just say that. We're going to be talking about that more in depth on Tuesday. Please come and hang out for that. Next Thursday, we've got another Shipwreck show. Of course, you do not want to ever miss those. But you can also write into the show in our Discord, where if you are in our Discord and you are a Twitch subscriber, you can write into the show any question you want, and we will pick the best questions we think will make for the best content. And we'll answer those terribly for you live on the show. Next,
It's great. It's great.
Please,
There's
yes.
a reason why
Please.
it's called the Shipwreck.
go fucking check that out. It's going to be a good time. Next Friday, we are not doing Splash Damage. We are going to be taking the night to go see the Marvels, because on next Saturday, we will be doing our official review of the Marvels at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited for it. Time.
And just so everybody knows too, since Loki is also ending next week, the following Tuesday at 7 p.m. West Coast, Best Coast time for the Good Kraken podcast, we are doing a full-on spoiler cast of Loki season 2. That's right. We are spoiling the fuck out of that show.
Yes.
So the reason why I'm saying that now, you guys got a little bit over a week. Finish that goddamn show and be a part of the conversation with us.
Go watch that goddamn show. If you do not plan on seeing it right away, that episode will be for you whenever you do decide to go see it. So yeah, just hang out with us. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. Anyways.
Did you just say just hang out with us?
No, but that would have been good. That would have been really good. This has been the Good Kangen podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you're on this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics, get exclusive content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea. Yark. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Review. We have to get going, everybody. But until next time, my friends.
Just hanging out with
Hang
the
out
wang
with us,
out.
dude. Yeah, hang out with the wang out. Yeah. Or Wong. You know what I mean? Hang out with the Wong out.
Yeah, hanging out with the wang out.
Bye, guys.